So I learned a new acronym that we should all be aware of, which is DNF. That means did not finish. So apparently this is a huge hashtag. And if you already know it, you're probably like, whatever, Lisa, you're so late to the party. But I found this interesting because I actually have my own list of DNFs, as well as reading through other readers. A lot of them were some of the same, as well as some new ones that I wanted to share with you on just things that if you're thinking about including them in your book, you might want to just give it a second thought. So let's go through the top 10 DNFs that I found while researching Goodreads. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, best-selling romance author of the Cinderella and Her Seven Guards series, and on this channel we talk all about romance writing, specifically for newbie and aspiring romance authors. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday. Now today we're just talking about the top 10 DNFs on why readers will just put your book down. Some of them are romance specific and some of them are just DNFs in general. But the first one is a dead dog. So in any time you kill an animal, I don't think anyone wants to read the rest of the book. I know I don't. If it's a dog, if it's a cat, or anything soft and fluffy, that's a definite no. The second one is cancer or medical illness. I know this is the reason I stopped watching Jane the Virgin, because then it just becomes a different type of story, and I don't know that people read romance books especially to think about that or to escape to a land where this is a big issue. And so again, I think romance novels are supposed to fill you with hope and happiness, and this is probably not something people want to read about. The third one is a prologue. I know immediately for a lot of people, as soon as they see a prologue, they don't want to read the rest of the book, just because they don't like prologues in general for one of many reasons. Either it goes ahead and it tells you the ending, or it tells you a lot of backstory or information that's not at all really related to the book until maybe 75% of the way in, or it just seems like an unnecessary piece that's not part of the main story. The fourth thing is whenever, and this kind of goes with prologues, whenever there is a scene where there is something terrible happens, or someone's killed, or they're in a dangerous situation, and then all of a sudden at the end of the chapter it says 24 hours earlier or 1 week earlier, immediately I just throw that book across the room. I do not like this storytelling technique, and I find it just sort of weak. Like, if that's how you have to hook me in, then you obviously don't have a very interesting story. So that's a DNF trigger for me. The fifth one is cheating. So anytime there's a cheating person or couple or something like that, then I don't really like that character. So I'm probably going to put that down, as well as number 6, which is cliches. Like, you have this, playboy who's sleeping with a ton of women, and all of a sudden we're supposed to like him as the hero for our heroine. Or there is a woman who, and I did this for Snow and I'll never do it again, which is where there's a woman who's been cheated on. And so, woe is her, and now she's going off to find her new adventure. So again, cliches make me put the book down as well. Number 7 is too many characters. So reading Lolita and Tehran had so many characters, I couldn't follow what was going on. And I, no joke, read that beginning chapter, I think 10 or 11 times, because I kept hearing such great things about the book, and I was like, maybe something's wrong with me, I can't figure it out. So then I got out a scrap of paper and I started taking notes on each character, and then I thought, this is ridiculous. It's supposed to be a novel that I'm supposed to enjoy, not one I'm supposed to be studying. So I put that book down immediately. So introducing too many characters at once is overwhelming, confusing, and it might seem like you've been with these characters forever as the author, and they're like a tight-knit group or posse of people and besties, but for your reader, it's really confusing to introduce them all at once. Number 8 is dreams. So anytime we start out with a dream or someone wakes up from a dream, I just think this is a really annoying storytelling technique, and I throw the book away. The 9th one is backstory. If there's way too much info dumping, and I know some people are like, I love it when this character just sits there and reminisces about the past. I don't. So if you need to just fill me in on the last 30 years of her life, then I'm probably not that interested in the book, nor am I interested in the last 30 years of a character's life. The 10th one is anytime the story opens with masturbation. And this is usually more erotic romance. I don't find that titillating. I don't find that sexy or anything else, and I immediately put the book down as well. So those are the top 10 that I have and that I saw inside Goodreads that resonate with other people. There are many other DNF triggers that you could look up, but those seem to be, and again, anecdotally, I didn't do a very detailed spreadsheet study of what I was seeing as recurring themes over and over again. So let's just recap that list really quick. The first one is dead, furry, fluffy pets, dogs, cats. The second is cancer or some other debilitating illness. The third is a prologue. The fourth is when you start with the ending and then backtrack and say 24 hours earlier or a week earlier. The fifth is cheating. The sixth is cliches, where there is a playboy billionaire and he's sleeping with everything that walks. And then the other is when a woman is cheated on by her fiance. The seventh is too many characters introduced all at once. The eighth is when it starts out with a dream. The ninth is when it is just all backstory for the whole first 2 chapters or more. And the 10th is when there is a person just masturbating in the first scene. So all of those are DNF triggers for me. All right, let me know what some of your DNF triggers are below, and we can kind of get a list going so people know what not to write about in their romance novels. All right, I hope everyone's having a fabulous day, and I hope this list was helpful. And I think if you are trying to research more DNF triggers, if you just put in that keyword and you look on Goodreads for romances, you'll find a ton of things that probably I found other things in there. This list could have been 50 things long of things that I didn't even think about. But again, if it's central to your story and it's really important, obviously just keep going with it, but just something to think about. If there are all these people saying that, then, and that's your target audience of readers, then you maybe might want to just rethink that. All right, I will see you guys next week on Monday. Bye.